Hello friends, welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a chit chat video. I wanted to tell my backstory on how I got into calisthenics, my fitness journey, and how I went from the gym to calisthenics, and overall kind of just how I came to be where we are today, which is almost a year into this channel, which is kind of crazy and super exciting. And I love that I get to share my fitness journey with you guys and show what I'm learning and what I know in calisthenics. And I even noted the flow of what I wanted to say because there are so many steps, I don't really want to lose track. But I started this channel about a year ago because I wanted to show my calisthenics journey. When I started calisthenics, I didn't know any of the people out there who were making calisthenics videos. So I was looking for females inspiration on calisthenics. Like, I see all these dudes doing front levers and I see them doing planches and I see them doing really cool tricks, but I want to see someone who looks like me. Like, I want to see a girl doing it. And obviously now that I'm in this space, I know a bunch of calisthenics girls who are incredible out there. Like, Summer Fun Fitness was the first one who I found on YouTube. And then when I went to Instagram, of course, there are a lot of different girls doing calisthenics, which is amazing and so good to see. But when I started calisthenics, I had no idea. So I just thought if I could share my fitness journey and how I started doing calisthenics, then maybe it'll help girls in the future when they're looking for calisthenics inspo. They'll find some other people who look like them out on this channel, which is basically why I started this calisthenics journey. But I thought that we would back it up for a second. I thought maybe I could share kind of like my fitness journey, how I came to be where we are today. So grab your coffee, grab your drink, grab your fun beverage, and get ready for a little chit chat. It's probably gonna be a long one. So I've been an athlete my entire life. I started taekwondo, which is a martial art. If you don't know what taekwondo is, it's a martial art. I started it when I was 7, and I actually remember begging my parents to go when I was 5 because my dad and my brother did it as like a fun father bonding experience. And then when I was 5, I was like, oh my God, that looks so cool. This looks so fun. I want to try it, but I was too young. So after years, my parents finally let me start when I was 7, which I'm so grateful for. And looking back now, I know it was such a privilege to be able to do taekwondo classes for my whole life. And I know they shaped me to be who I am today. Like, the discipline and the respect I have for other people. Like, I think I really see that no matter what they're going through, it doesn't matter the person, like, you need to show them respect. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but like, I love taekwondo with all of my soul. But I finished taekwondo when I was 18. I went off to college, and during high school, I actually had like a history of an eating disorder due to some stress that I was going through. So when I got to college, I saw it as a completely brand new opportunity for me to actually start doing weightlifting, which is something that I had been seeing people on Instagram do and people on YouTube, like people I looked up to, like Gymshark athletes who were able to increase their metabolism, which is basically the reason I started the gym. It was because I just didn't feel strong. I loved the sport of taekwondo, but for me it was too much. Yeah, because like in high school at one point I was doing soccer and running and taekwondo, and that was like too much, so I lost some weight. So in college, I was like, yes, we're starting fresh. We're gonna only do weights. I'm gonna get strong. We're gonna go for this, increase the metabolism. I wanna eat a bunch of food, so that's basically why I started. And let me tell you, the gym changed my life. Resistance training and weightlifting in the gym was like a completely new ball curve for me. I like taught myself how to do most of the gym exercises through research and watching other people on YouTube and reading about it and talking to people at the gym. It was kind of scary at first. Like, this was back in 2018. So yeah, I remember when I started, there were not many girls at my college gym. Like, I feel like weightlifting is something that's very well known. I see a lot more girls in the space, which is amazing and makes me really, really happy. But when I started, I barely saw anyone in the gym. There was like a few girls who I was like, you guys are beasts. It's amazing. Like, I want to be you. You are so cool. And so I mostly like stuck to myself and like kind of kept myself until I had figured out what was going on in the gym. And that's another reason that I like am really happy that people are posting more on Instagram about like how to start in fitness and like how to start with lifting weights in the gym and all of that, because it helped me a lot to see people make videos on YouTube, be like, oh, this is how I squat. Noted. But yeah, so the gym was amazing for me, and it was amazing up until I graduated college in 2022, and I'm in a master's program right now. It's a 2-year master's program. For my master's program, I moved to Miami. The first year of my master's program was very, very stressful. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you're not familiar with what a master's program is, I know I got a comment about that once. It's basically like a postgraduate program. So once you finish university, which is usually 4 years in the USA, then you go on to do like grad school, and grad school can be either a PhD or or it could be a master's, among other things. But like the PhD is generally like around 4 years, and masters are usually 1 to 2 years. And my master's program was 2 years. So the first year, moving to Miami by myself, like massive city, I had no family anywhere nearby, and so I didn't think it would be a problem because in college I was totally fine adapting to the brand new environment, like away from family. I was in Tampa, so I had like the experience to be able to like reinvent myself into who I wanted to be. So I kind of saw like moving to Miami and starting my grad program as like a completely new opportunity for me to be who I wanted to be. And so I moved here and I was so excited to start my program. I was studying vision science and investigative ophthalmology, which is a mouthful, yes, I know. Basically, it's stuff about the eyes. It's about how we see, and I could go on tangents and tangents because I think it's really cool, which is why I'm studying it for a master's program. But when I moved to Miami, I continued to do my normal weightlifting, but because of a combination of things, I became really stressed out my first year. It was like a combination of being super lonely for long periods of time. Like it took time to meet friends. My program was super small, so that was definitely a challenge for me when I moved here at first. Intense course loads, like I was studying and also trying to study for other exams outside of that, and I had a lot of stress in my system, but a lot of it was due to loneliness. And honestly, I loved my program, like I loved what I was learning, but about a year in, I hit a breaking point. I was so tired all the time. I was exhausted. I had low energy. I didn't want to get up in the morning. Like, okay, this is a silly thing. But I'm a little bit scared of the dark. Just a little bit. You know what? It freaks me out sometimes, okay? I'm just gonna leave it at that, a little bit. And at one point last year, I wasn't afraid of the dark because I was like, it is what it is. And I had no energy to keep going on. I was never suicidal or anything like that. It wasn't that bad, I don't want to say, and I'm grateful for that, but I felt like I had lost my passion. And for me, during this period of time, the gym had always been my source of coping, my little happiness that like helped me get up in the morning and helped me like kickstart my day and make something happy. And it just helped me get set on track for the day. And at that point, about a year in, so now we're at like last December, I hit a breaking point. And I remember I was exhausted. I was unhappy. I didn't want to study. I no longer cared about what I was studying. I'm like getting emotional. Sorry guys. I had stopped caring about what I was studying, and even the gym, like to wake up in the morning and go to the gym, which used to be like, it got me out of bed. Like it made me so excited to get up, get out, go to the gym. Like it was my happy place. Even the gym, I was dreading waking up and going to the gym. And this was just like the lowest point possible for me. And so I knew that something needed to change. So at this point, like, was a low, and I knew I needed to change something, like probably a lot of things. But one thing I thought would be a fun solution was, we'll take a break from the gym and I'll find something else, take up a sport or something. I think I was scrolling on Instagram. I don't exactly remember how I came to this idea, but I was like, you know, I just want to get stronger. Like the first 12 years of my athletic life, taekwondo is highly calisthenics based. We do a lot of push-ups and sit-ups in taekwondo, and like, of course, kicking and sparring is very calisthenics, body weight based. So technically I started training calisthenics when I was a kid in taekwondo. Then again, I took like a 6-year break to do weightlifting. So I was like, you know, it'd be really fun. You know, it'd be fun. I was like, I'll just try calisthenics. I mean, I'll get a front lever this year. That's what I'll do. In 2023, I'll get my front lever, and that was my goal. Yeah, so if you know anything about calisthenics, a front lever is not a realistic goal, especially for a brand new beginner. So needless to say, I did not get my front lever in that year, but I started training calisthenics, and I would just watch YouTube videos, and I would just read online about like calisthenics exercises and progressions on how to get there. And that is the point that I started making YouTube videos, which is like, here we are today. Love. I feel like we have a little family going on. Like we broke 1,000 subscribers, and I just think that's really cool. And I love when you guys comment on my videos. Like I feel like I know some of you because you always comment, and I'm like, hey, it's that person, let's go. And so like, I just love this little interaction that we have, like a little calisthenics community. I feel like because we're such a small channel, it's a little bit more friendly. I just feel like we have a little family going on right here. But I started posting these videos to try and document my journey, and my thought was, okay, like I can't find videos about girls doing calisthenics. Of course, now I know the girls doing calisthenics, but back then I was like, I don't know what to do, where to start. So I was like, I'll just like figure it out, and I'll document the journey. And of course, this past year has been a huge growth curve, but this is kind of like how I came to be about in calisthenics. Reflecting back, calisthenics has been amazing for me to re-spark reignite my love for the gym. So like calisthenics was amazing for me when I was burnt out in the gym and I didn't even want to look at like any of the like the weights, the dumbbells, like I didn't even want to think about it. And when I went to calisthenics, I gained control of my body weight. I feel so empowered doing like handstands and doing tuck levers and doing pull-ups and like all these body weight skills. I just feel so strong, and it really makes me excited to train, not to look a certain way, which is something I definitely was kind of hyper fixated on when I started weightlifting originally. Because when I started weightlifting, it was a combination of this is amazing, grow muscles, like I get to eat more food, increase my metabolism, but I also like have muscles, like I look good, which I'm not against. I'm really not against. But I feel like when I've transitioned into calisthenics, I don't care as much about how I look, and I care more about how I'm performing and how I'm moving. And I do think that it was partially the mindset shifts that got me here. Like when I was burnt out, I did two things. I started doing calisthenics from weightlifting, kind of like that transition. And then I did a lot of mindset shifts, which like I could make an entire video on. I feel like burnout is a very specific topic, but if you guys are interested, like let me know in the comments and I can definitely make like a video on the mindset shifts that really helped me get through burnout and all of that. But I implemented all these mindset shifts, and maybe that was in part one of the reasons that I no longer care as much and fixate as much on how my body looks, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I increased my chin up, more focused on how I'm training and how I'm feeling. So like I have more energy during the day, or if I have less energy during the day, I'm like, okay, what do I need to change? Like, what have I been doing differently? Have I been training too much? Have I not been sleeping enough? It's kind of like thinking more about the little things I can change in my daily routine. But now I train more because I'm excited about seeing the progress. Like long term, I'm like, I see myself doing like straddle front levers and stuff. So when I'm doing my tuck and I can hold it for longer every week, I'm like, yes, let's go. I feel strong, I feel good. So it's more like training for a feeling, and because I'm excited about the path and like how I'm training. And also this has really helped me. If anyone who's watching this video has struggled with falling out of love with the gym and with weights and all of that, and they are looking for like a solution, I would recommend calisthenics because it really helped me. I feel like training to perform and training to feel good is really tapping into how your body is doing. And I think that's much more important for like our long-term health. And I also found that after training calisthenics for a while, I'm excited to train weights again. Like I see weights as a supplemental way to like improve my health and help me strengthen for more calisthenic skills. And I don't see it as much anymore as a, oh, I have to do this so that I'm muscular and lean, because I definitely used to struggle with that. And I wanna also let you know that if that's something you struggle with, if you feel like you have to be super jacked and super lean and super strong looking all the time, or like look amazing in every photo you take from every angle, I just wanna let you know, it's not realistic, and people love you for who you are on the inside and how you treat them. One thing that really hit home with me is when I was struggling with burnout, I just like was a horrible person. I was irritable, I didn't have energy, I was cranky all the time to people. I wasn't showing up as like who I was. I could never like bring energy to conversations, and this is probably why it was so hard for me to make friends too, because I just like was unhappy all the time. So kind of like transitioning into calisthenics and being able to train in a way that makes my body feel really healthy and good and strong and makes me excited to train for how I perform. That improved my mood. It helped me be a better human. It helped me be the sister who I want to be, and the daughter who I want to be, and the friend who I want to be. Like I want to be able to show up for friends with my true self and like the energy I have, and like being the silly, goofy Emily on the inside who's quirky. And I feel like when I was in the low, like in the burnout, I wasn't able to like show up for me at all, like show up as me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like emotional. I keep doing this. But I feel like even more so than training for specific skills, calisthenics really taught me how to train to be more in tune with my body, and not just to train to have better control of my body by improving my strength and everything, but really being able to tap into my energy levels and to understand whether I need to rest, or if I need to sleep more, if I need to do any of these things, like if I need to improve my nutrition or train more, or train less. And yeah, so it's been just such a blessing being able to start training calisthenics. And also all of you on the channel, I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for supporting and hanging around, and I hope that I can meet you guys one day. And yeah, I'm so excited to keep making more videos and continuing to show my calisthenics journey. We're so early on. It's been like only a year so far, and we're still very, very early on. But if you know someone who's struggling with burnout or hates the gym, maybe help a girl out and show her calisthenics. show her a way that she can tap into her training. I mean, I know it doesn't work for everyone, but it worked for me. Yeah, that is my fitness story. That's how I found calisthenics. Technically, it was years ago when I started taekwondo, but about a year ago, that's my story from burnout gym girl to calisthenics girl. And I do love the gym. Like, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I think whatever type of movement that you enjoy and what makes you feel good and makes your body feel energized and not like achy constantly or in pain, I think that's the type of movement that will work good for you. Yeah, I just want to be a little voice to taking care of yourself, like taking care of your soul and your body. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, got to know me a little bit more. So yeah, that was how my calisthenics journey came about to be. And currently I train calisthenics for my core and upper body. I do a little bit of calisthenics for lower body, but if I'm doing lower body, right now I really enjoy kind of a mixture of calisthenics and weights. Usually like a few strength exercises, but also calisthenics and mobility. It's kind of like a little bit of hybrid, which is why I'm like a hybrid calisthenics girl. Thanks for sticking around. I hope that some of you guys resonated with this. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.